sound of a bird chirping followed by the soft rustle of fabric and the rhythmic sound of laces being pulled tight. The world is still asleep, wrapped in the cool gray blanket of dawn. But for Arjun, the day began hours ago. Not with the sun, but with a decision. A decision made a lifetime ago, it feels like, but renewed every single morning. He ties his shoelaces, each knot a silent promise to himself. His movements are deliberate, practiced, a ritual. He's not just tying his shoes, he's armoring up. His face, caught in the first light, is a mask of pure determination. There's no fear, no doubt, not today. Today is the day it all changes. Music begins, a slow, atmospheric synth pad, gradually building in intensity with a soft, pulsing beat. The air in the grand hall is thick with a nervous energy you could almost taste. It's a cocktail of ambition, fear, and 1,000 whispered prayers. You see it everywhere. In the guy frantically flipping through his notes, his pages trembling. In the girl biting her lip, her eyes darting around the room. In the rhythmic tapping of 100 feet on the polished floor. It's a sea of anxious faces. And then there's Arjun. He sits perfectly still amidst the chaos. He's an island of calm in a storm of anxiety. His breathing is even, his gaze is fixed straight ahead. He's not looking at the competition. He's not looking at the judges. He's looking through them at the finish line only he can see. He spent so long just getting to this room. He fought battles no one saw, overcame hurdles no one knew existed just for this chance. The noise, the pressure, it's all external. Inside there is only silence. A focused, powerful silence. The competition begins. The first hour is a blur of motion and intensity. Arjun is in his element, a master at work. Everything is flowing, just as he had practiced 1,000 times. The plan is perfect, but plans are fragile things. Suddenly he hits a wall. A problem he didn't anticipate. A question that throws him completely off balance. The confident flow state shatters. Doubt, that old familiar enemy, starts to creep in from the edges of his mind. The calm facade begins to crack. He can feel the sweat on his brow, the frantic pounding of his heart. The faces of the others, once a blur, now come into sharp focus. Are they pulling ahead? Is he falling behind? The silence in his mind is replaced by a screaming chorus of, "What if you fail? What if you aren't good enough?" He closes his eyes just for a second, trying to shut it all out. And in that darkness, a voice, not his own. A voice from the past, weathered but strong. His mentor's voice echoing from a day when he was ready to give up entirely. Sound of a gentle breeze, music softens, voice is a warm, resonant echo. You're tired. You're scared. You feel like you've given everything and it's still not enough. I know, but listen to me, Arjun. All the greatest stories, all the biggest victories, they happen one step past the point of exhaustion. One more push when you think you have nothing left. One more step could change everything. Music swells, becoming more epic and orchestral. Sound of a sharp, deep breath. Arjun's eyes snap open. Something has shifted. The panic is gone, replaced by a fire. A new wave of energy floods through him, born not from confidence, but from defiance. He will not be broken. Not here, not today. He attacks the problem with a ferocity that surprises even himself. He finds a new way, a different path. It's risky, it's unorthodox, but it's his. He's no longer just competing, he's creating, improvising, fighting with every ounce of his being. Music reaches its soaring climax. A montage of intense, fast-paced action, hands flying, focused eyes, problems being solved. And then, silence. It's over. A collective, held breath hangs in the room. The wait is agonizing. Minutes feel like hours. Then a name is called. The results are posted, a hand is raised. And it's his. He won, he passed. He was chosen. For a moment, he just stands there unmoving as the world erupts around him. The polite applause swells into a roar of cheers. People are patting his back, shouting his name. But he barely feels it. He slowly lifts his head, his gaze directed upward at the sky beyond the ceiling. A single tear traces a path down his cheek, a silent acknowledgement of the journey, the sacrifice, the pain. It wasn't a tear of just happiness. It was a tear of release. He lowers his gaze, a small, knowing smile playing on his lips. The crowd, the noise, it all fades into the background. In the quiet of his own victory, he whispers to himself, a promise to the future. This is just the beginning. Music fades to a single, resonant note. Text on screen. Final part coming soon, the legacy.